Hi, good afternoon. I'm just taking a little break from my computer and walking in this beautiful blue sky day for a little blue sky therapy. Today I just want to speak a little bit on the topic of holding the tension of the opposites. I've really continued to feel the heaviness of what's happening on parts of our planet right now. The violence, the aggression, the war, and just feeling the heaviness of that. I was just a friend of mine posted something on an Instagram reel, and it was just some images, and I commented that I have been feeling it. Like I wake up in the middle of the night and I can just feel it. I can feel like in that quiet of the night when the busyness has gone away, I just feel this heaviness. And I also feel the need to do things that kind of foster a state of joy, because I think one of the harder emotions for us to stay in is joyfulness. And energetically, if we all go down with a heaviness, we pull everything down around us. And if we can hold a state of joy that's not a false, superficial kind of joy, but a joyfulness that holds the heaviness and holds the reality of that, but also holds the lightness and the goodness and this blue sky above me and the beauty that's around me. I'm in the middle of the city here, but I'm on a really beautiful path. You can see it here. It feels really kind of hard to do that. I feel like lately what I have really felt drawn to do is to work. Feels like the most effective way for me to deal with these negative emotions is a combination of prayer and praying for, and also just using my body to kind of move the emotions through and to do something that I have control over, because I feel like I have zero control over what's happening on parts of this planet, but I do have control over what's happening in my family, what's happening in the physical space around me. And so I've been just physically working with my body, prepping things for winter, kind of trying to get things in order so that in the springtime, if we, because we want to plant next spring, that if I can do things now to make it easier for us then that feels like an efficient use of my time, a good use of my time and energy. I'm kind of creating space physically in our home to open the way for people to come and stay with us. I keep getting redrawn to this book called it's a book, I forget the name of it now, but it's about farming, and it's this little tiny thin book. I think it's a letter to young farmers, and it's a book that I don't know if I gave it to Tim or somebody gave it to us when, I think I gave it to him, but it's a book that we've had on our bookshelf, and I've read it twice now, and to be fully transparent, I'm not a huge reader, so for me to read a book twice is a big deal. And I've got like a lot of books to read, but I went and pulled it out again the other day and just started looking at it again, and it feels like farming and working the land in the midst of all of the upheaval and craziness on our planet. It's like the one thing that feels so grounding and so nurturing and healing and important, because at the end of the day, like, if we don't have food, we have nothing. If we can't nurture ourselves and nurture those around us in this most basic way, we really have nothing. And I don't feel at all like an expert in that arena, but since day one, when we decided to start kind of small scale farming, it felt like one of the most important things that I could support and promote for our family. And ultimately we wanted to do it for our community, just like in a way that's kind of teaching and fostering knowledge and understanding. And so as I kind of wind down the physical space, like doing the updates to the physical space of our old farmhouse, I can feel more space opening up inside of me to kind of be present to that other vision. And as Tim stabilizes with his cancer, I feel like just a renewed interest in going there. And I feel him very much interested in, like, contemplating next spring and planting, and that dream hasn't died. And honestly, I think that's part of one of the many things that keeps him going through these courses of treatment. So, gosh, my heart really does go out to people on our planet who are suffering so much. And I feel like it feels really hard to be, it's weird. It feels weird to say this, but it feels hard to be in a place of privilege when so many are carrying such a huge, heavy burden. And I know burden to the extent that I understand, like, I've had some burden in my life, but nothing like what some people on our planet are having to live through right now. And I feel like we need to hold space for feeling that and sharing that with one another in conversation to just keep it alive, what's real. And I think when we are in a space of privilege, it's easy to shift into, like, I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to have to think about that because that's too much. And I feel that sometimes, like, it just feels like too much, and I just want to tune it out and turn it off. And I think there's a way to hold it without going down the toilet with it, with our negative emotions. In the middle of the night last night, when I was also kind of feeling that, my dog went outside to the bathroom and decided to wander off. And so I realized he had probably reached the point of no return. And so I put on my long coat, my boots, and I went outside, and I was like, shit, he's gone. And but the sky was gorgeous. There were so many beautiful stars, and it was just so gorgeous. And I just looked up the sky, and then I energetically reached out to my dog and I said, thank you, Cash. You got me outside again. And I'm on this beautiful walk in the middle of the night, which I never would have gotten up to do had you not decided to go to the bathroom and then run away. So, Viktor Frankl has been an inspiration of mine, and in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, one of the things that he contemplates is just like some of the ways that he was able to move through his experience in Auschwitz. And I in no way can like say that I can understand what that experience was like, but one of the things that he talked about was just in these moments of pause where something bad wasn't happening, he could look out, and he and other prisoners were able to look out beyond the gates and see a sunrise or a sunset, or witness an act of kindness, and how uplifting that was to his spirit, and how he witnessed that in others too. And I think those moments are like, those opportunities are around us all the time. Yeah. So I guess it's just an invitation to like stop in the busyness of whatever's going on. Stop when you feel your mind racing into those negative places, and kind of take a moment to like feel and experience the beauty and the goodness of what is in this very moment right now. Yeah. So for you who are experiencing hard times, my heart reaches out to you right now, and I pray for you, and wherever you are on this planet, my heart is with you, and I'm sending you lots of love. All right, peace.